Listen up, you lot. You're about to embark on a bloody adventure to Sin City, where fortunes are made and lost faster than you can say service. This is Las Vegas, and if you want to conquer this culinary and entertainment capital, you'd best pay attention. I'll give you the inside scoop, the tips and tricks that only the seasoned veterans know. So, buckle up, grab a drink, and make it a stiff one, because we're diving into the belly of the beast. By the end, you'll be armed to not only survive Las Vegas, but to dominate it. Sit tight, keep your wits about you, and let's get this show on the road. Right, you want to experience the best Las Vegas has to offer without being crammed in like sardines, sweating like a pig on a spit? Then listen carefully. Peak season, those scorching summer months and holiday weekends might seem appealing, but trust me, it's a bloody disaster. You'll be fighting tooth and nail for a spot at the blackjack table, elbowing through hordes of tourists just to get a glimpse of the Bellagio fountains. It's absolute chaos. Instead, be smart and aim for the shoulder seasons. Spring, from March to May, offers glorious weather and fewer crowds. The pools are open, the flowers are in bloom, and you can actually breathe without inhaling a lungful of someone else's cigarette smoke. Autumn, from September to November, is another winter. The scorching heat has died down, the crowds are thinner, and you might even snag yourself a deal on flights and accommodation. Remember, this is Vegas, not some overcrowded fish market. You want to enjoy yourself, not be miserable and sweating your backside off. Take it from a pro, timing is everything. Choose wisely, and you'll set yourself up for a winning experience. Now listen up, you penny pinchers. Even high rollers love a good bargain. Las Vegas might be known for its extravagance, but you don't have to empty your wallet. Look for deals during the off-season. Hotels and airlines offer tempting discounts. Even swanky restaurants have prix-fixy menus that won't break the bank. Sign up for newsletters from hotels and airlines and follow travel bloggers specializing in Las Vegas deals. There are websites and apps dedicated to finding the best bargains. Maximize your enjoyment and get the most bang for your buck. Alright, you donkey, choosing the right hotel in Vegas is more crucial than picking the right ingredients for a signature dish. You don't want to be stuck in a culinary wasteland miles away from the action. The Strip, with its dazzling lights and iconic resorts, is the heart of the action, but don't rule out venturing slightly off the main drag. Staying at a centrally located hotel on the Strip puts you within walking distance of major casinos, restaurants, and shows. You can hop from the Bellagio fountains to a Cirque du Soleil performance without breaking a sweat. But if you're on a tighter budget, consider hotels just a block or two off the Strip. You'll still be close to the action, but without the premium price tag. Just make sure you check the reviews and ensure the hotel isn't located in a dodgy area. Remember, your hotel is your base camp, your sanctuary from the sensory overload of Las Vegas. Choose wisely, and you'll be well positioned to conquer the city. Choose poorly, and you'll be stuck in a dingy hotel room miles from civilization, regretting every decision that led you there. Listen, you didn't come to Vegas to sit in your hotel room watching reruns of The Price is Right, did you? When booking your stay, consider the amenities that are important to you. Do you envision yourself lounging by a sparkling pool, sipping on cocktails while soaking up the desert sun? Or perhaps you fancy yourself a high roller hitting the casino floor in style after a rejuvenating spa treatment? Vegas hotels are renowned for their over-the-top amenities, from sprawling pool complexes with swim-up bars and private cabanas, to world-class spas, state-of-the-art fitness centers, and even their own golf courses. Don't be afraid to treat yourself. This is your chance to live the high life, even if it's just for a few days. But for heaven's sake, read the fine print. Some resorts charge exorbitant resort fees that can add a hefty sum to your bill. Remember, this is Vegas and anything is possible. So whether you're looking for a romantic getaway, a wild weekend with friends, or a family adventure, choose a hotel that caters to your needs and desires. And don't forget to pack your swimming trunks. Listen up, you donkeys. You think Vegas is just about flashing lights and overpriced cocktails on the Strip? You're bloody wrong. It's time to ditch the tourist traps and discover the real hidden gems this city has to offer. Just a stone's throw from the neon jungle lies a whole other world waiting to be explored. Think breathtaking natural wonders like Red Rock Canyon, where you can hike through canyons and feel the desert breeze. Or head downtown to Fremont Street, the original Vegas Strip, for a taste of vintage glamour and some seriously wild street performers. Trust me, it's a welcome change of pace from the manufactured madness of the main drag. Get out there and explore. You won't regret it. For you adrenaline junkies, a trip to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway is an absolute must. Feel the roar of the engines as you witness high-speed races that will leave you breathless. And if you're a history buff, the Neon Museum is a graveyard of iconic Vegas signs, each one telling a story of this city's vibrant past. It's like taking a step back in time without the dodgy time machine. Don't even get me started on the food scene beyond the Strip. Forget those overpriced, pretentious restaurants. Venture out and you'll find some of the best damn food this city has to offer, from mouth-watering street tacos to Michelin star-worthy meals. So, ditch the tourist traps and discover the real Vegas. You won't be disappointed. Listen, you lot, you're in Vegas, where indulgence is practically a religion. And what better way to worship at the altar of excess than at one of the city's legendary buffets? We're talking mountains of fresh seafood, prime rib carved right before your eyes, and enough desserts to satisfy even the sweetest tooth. Forget those sad wilted salad bars back home. In Vegas, the buffets are a culinary playground for adults. From the Bacchanal Buffet at Caesar's Palace with its mind-blowing 500-plus dishes to the Wicked Spoon at the Cosmopolitan, known for its innovative small plate approach, there's a buffet for every taste and budget. But a word of warning, you Muppets, pace yourself. Don't go piling your plates sky high like a bunch of amateurs. Start with smaller portions and sample a variety of dishes. You can always go back for more, you greedy sods. Remember, hydration is key. All that eating can leave you feeling sluggish, so make sure you're drinking plenty of water. And don't be afraid to take a break between plates. Walk around, stretch your legs, maybe hit the slots to try and win back some of that buffet money. Another pro tip, skip breakfast. I know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, blah blah blah. But trust me, you'll want to save your appetite for the main event. And for God's sake, wear comfortable clothes. You don't want to be that tourist struggling to breathe after a 5-plate feast. Loose-fitting clothing is your friend, believe me. So go forth, my hungry disciples, and conquer those buffets. Listen up, you lot. You think Vegas is just about gambling and stuffing your face? You're missing out on one of the city's biggest draws, the bloody spectacular shows. We're talking mind-blowing performances that will leave you speechless, from Cirque du Soleil's gravity-defying acrobatics to world-renowned musicians and comedians. Whether you're after a heart-stopping thriller like K.A., a musical extravaganza like The Beatles' Love, or a side-splitting comedy show, there's something for everyone in this entertainment mecca. But don't wait until the last minute to snag your tickets, you lazy sods. Shows sell out quickly, especially during peak season. Book in advance to avoid disappointment and secure the best seats in the house. Now listen carefully, you bunch of numpties. Want to score discounted tickets? Check out Tix 4 Tonight booths scattered across the city for last-minute deals. You might just bag yourself a bargain. And don't forget to dress to impress. Leave those cargo shorts and flip-flops at the hotel, you heathens. Vegas is all about glamour, so make an effort. Another insider tip, arrive early. Most shows have pre-show entertainment or a bar area where you can grab a drink and soak up the electric atmosphere. So, ditch the roulette wheel for a night and experience the magic of a Las Vegas show. Trust me, it'll be a night you won't forget. Listen up, you lot. We're about to walk into a casino, not a petting zoo. Leave your ripped jeans and flip-flops at the hotel. This is Vegas, not a beach in bloody Benidorm. A little effort goes a long way. Think smart casual, like you actually give a damn about making an impression. Now ladies, I'm all for a bit of glitz and glam, but let's not go overboard. Leave the feather boas and sequined dresses for the showgirls. A nice dress or a stylish top and trousers will do the trick. And gentlemen, for God's sake, ditch the football jerseys and baseball caps. A collared shirt and some decent shoes won't kill you. Remember, first impressions are everything, especially in a place like this. You want to look the part, like you belong among the high rollers, even if you're on a budget. So put your best foot forward and leave those tacky tourist outfits at home. Now, once you're inside, remember to be respectful of the dealers and other players. This isn't your local pub, so keep your voice down and avoid any drunken shenanigans. We're here to have a good time, but let's not make a spectacle of ourselves. Alright, you've made it to the casino floor, looking sharp and ready to win big. But before you go throwing your money around, let's talk about responsible gambling. Set a budget and stick to it. Don't chase your losses. The house always has an edge. Have a plan, stick to it, and know when to walk away. Pay attention to the rules. If unsure, ask the dealer. And don't forget to tip them. Pace yourself, take breaks, grab a drink, and call it a night if needed. There's always tomorrow. Right, you lot, let's talk about getting around this concrete jungle. First up, taxis. They're everywhere in Vegas like flies around a dumpster fire. But sometimes they're a necessary evil, especially if you're short on time. Make sure it's licensed. You don't want to end up in some dodgy back alley. Look for the illuminated signs on the roof. And always agree on a price before you get in. Keep an eye on the meter. Have your Google Maps ready to navigate. If you're feeling flush, opt for a limo or ride-sharing service. What happens in Vegas might stay in Vegas, but your credit card bill won't. Choose wisely. Listen up, you bunch of numpties. Ditch the rental car. Parking is a nightmare. Embrace the power of walking. The Strip is totally walkable. Or hop on the Deuce. It's cheap and air-conditioned. For style, take the monorail. Quick and efficient. Right, you lot, let's talk landmarks. And no, I'm not talking about your mate Steve passed out on a casino floor after one too many tequila shots. I'm talking about the iconic Bellagio fountains. This ain't your grandma's garden fountain, all right? We're talking a choreographed water ballet set to music, with jets shooting water hundreds of feet in the air. It's a spectacle that'll leave you speechless, even if you're as cynical as I am. The best part? It's absolutely free. That's right. You don't have to spend a single penny to witness this aquatic masterpiece. Just grab a spot along the Strip, soak up the atmosphere, and prepare to be amazed. Shows run every 30 minutes during the day and every 15 minutes in the evening, so you've got no excuse to miss it. And trust me, you'll want to see it at least twice. Once in the daylight to appreciate the sheer scale of it all, and once at night when the lights transform it into a magical wonderland. Now listen up, you lot. While the Strip might be all glitz and glam, no trip to Vegas is complete without a visit to its grittier, more historic counterpart, downtown Las Vegas, or as the locals call it, Fremont Street. This is where it all began, folks. This is where the neon jungle was born. Sure, it might not have the mega resorts and fancy restaurants of the Strip, but it's got character in spades. Think of it as the seasoned veteran compared to the flashy newcomer. Take a stroll down Fremont Street Experience. A pedestrian mall covered by a massive LED canopy that comes alive at night with dazzling light shows. It's like Times Square on steroids, with live music, street performers, and enough neon to make your eyes water. And while you're there, make sure to check out some of the classic casinos like the Golden Nugget, Binion's Gambling Hall, and the Four Queens. They might be showing their age, but they ooze history and charm. Plus, you'll find some of the best odds and loosest slots in town here. Just remember to bring cash. Some of these old-timers don't take kindly to plastic. Listen up, you donkeys. Vegas is a tempting mistress, always whispering in your ear to spend, 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 but you don't want to end up sleeping with the fishes because you blew your budget, do you? Get a grip on your finances and set a bloody budget before you even step foot on the Strip. Treat it like a fine dining experience. Set a limit and stick to it. Walking away with some cash is better than crying into your empty pockets later. Because in Vegas, it just might. Now let's talk deals, because everyone loves a bargain, right? Vegas is overflowing with deals and discounts, but you've got to know where to find them. Don't be a lazy sod. Do your research before you go. Look for discounts on shows, attractions, and even dining. There are websites and apps dedicated to finding these deals. You just need to put in the bloody effort. Remember, every penny saved is another penny you can put towards a winning bet, or a decent meal. And while those all-you-can-eat buffets might seem tempting, don't overindulge. Pace yourself, you greedy pigs. Nobody wants to see you rolling out of Vegas looking like you swallowed a beach ball. Choose your meals wisely. Sometimes a simple, affordable meal can be just as satisfying. Finally, don't be afraid to walk away from a gamble. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement, but if you're on a losing streak, cut your losses and move on. Remember, there's always another game, another day. Don't be a sore loser, be a strategic winner. Listen up, you dehydrated disasters. Vegas is a desert, which means you'll be sweating like a sinner in church. Hydration, hydration, hydration. Water is your best friend in Vegas, not those fancy cocktails. Alcohol dehydrates you faster than a chef can swear in a hot kitchen. Carry a reusable water bottle with you everywhere you go. Most casinos have water stations where you can refill for free. Staying hydrated keeps your energy up and your mind sharp. Now let's talk about safety, because the last thing you want is to become another Vegas statistic. The Strip might seem like a playground for adults, but it's important to stay aware of your surroundings. Don't be a naive idiot, keep your wits about you. Just like any other city, Vegas has its share of shady characters. So, be mindful of your belongings, especially in crowded areas. Don't be flashing your cash around like you're made of it, and keep your valuables secure. And for God's sake, don't leave your drink unattended. If you're planning on having a few drinks, which let's be honest, you probably are, then for crying out loud, designate a designated driver. Don't be an idiot and get behind the wheel after one too many cocktails. Taxis and ride-sharing services are plentiful. Use them. And finally, use common sense. Don't wander off alone in unfamiliar areas, especially at night. Stick with your group, and if something feels off, trust your gut and get out of there. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry. There you have it, you lucky devils. My top tips for surviving and conquering Las Vegas. Remember, Vegas is a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself, budget wisely, stay hydrated, and for God's sake, have some fun. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to Finance and like this video and share it with your friends. Now go forth and conquer Sin City. But remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Unless it's a winning streak, then shout it from the rooftops.